Hey, Brenton. Coach Franklin told us that Pat Frymuth is going to undergo season-ending surgery. What has Pat meant to you and your development, and when did you find out that he was going to be done for the year?
I found out last Sunday, and Pat's been a big part of me, just growing as a player, growing as a person, just watching him, how he works every day, how he comes in, handles his business. So Pat's been a real big influence on me.
You can take your mask off.
Donnie Collins.
Hey, Brent, what kind of advice did Pat give you before the game, and how difficult is it to kind of replace a guy who's had that kind of a career?
Obviously, Pat's a great player, like I said, but he just told me to go out there and just play like myself. I mean, he told me that I've been playing in games, I've been having a lot of snaps, and just keep playing hard, keep doing what I do. So.
Tyler Donahue.
Yeah, Brenton, knowing that you're the guy at tight end moving forward, what does that mean for you in your career? How do you feel like you prepared for this opportunity? And how do you think Theo and Tyler handled their expanded opportunities today?
Starting with Theo and Tyler, I definitely don't think that's something I could have done last year as a true freshman. And just coming and being the guy now, it's something that I've been working for. I worked for the whole time I was at home. Ever since I got here, that's what I've been working to do.
Ben Faree.
Hey, Brenton. Execution continues to be something that you guys are struggling with consistently to do it time and time again. So, I mean, how do you turn that around, and what does that process kind of look like to get to that level consistently?
Just don't turn the ball over.
Audrey Schneider.
Brenton, going along with that, not turning the ball over, I mean, it's a repeated problem for this offense. How do you guys not point fingers at this point, or is any finger pointing going on? How do you try and keep that cohesiveness as an offense?
No, we're going to stick together, and we're going to keep working, and we're going to keep getting better every single week.
Michael Ferreira.
Hey, Brendan, like you said, you want to get better every single week. For you coming in, taking over the tight end position, for this upcoming week, how are you going to take on a leadership role, even though you're one of the younger guys?
I mean, me, Theo, and Tyler, with Pat too. Pat's gonna still be helping us out a lot, so we're gonna all watch film together, and we're gonna try to be the reason. Any of the tight ends, we're gonna try to be the reason why we win next week.
Tyler Donahue.
Yeah, Brenton, how frustrating is it as an offense when you've got quarterbacks going in and out and kind of wondering where things are from a stability standpoint going into another week where it seems unclear who your starting quarterback is?
I don't know about for the other guys, but for me, that's not really a problem. I mean, practice with both quarterbacks in practice, so comfortable with both of them. Both of them can do great things, so.
Audrey Schneider.
Brenton, who was it? Levis all week in practice with the first team? Was he that guy? And also, can you take me through the touchdown? What were you kind of seeing there, and what were you thinking as the ball's coming toward you?
Will did practice with the ones the whole entire week, and for the touchdown, I mean, I chipped on the D end and I saw open grass. I just tried to get open, got open, and scored. Try to make the most of it.
If you guys didn't see, Lamont Wade is also now available. Mark, go ahead.
Brenton, what have you learned from Pat in your time here, and what do you think he still has left to teach you?
Definitely, I've never seen a guy work harder than Pat. I mean, I've just learned that you can always work harder, study harder, stuff like that. And what I can keep learning from Pat is just my knowledge of defense. Like, he can teach me how to watch film better, just stuff like that.
Evan Patrick.
Hey, Brenton, thanks for your time. There's been a long list of guys, that have been out with injuries now for you guys. And I know that you have that next man up mentality. You don't want to use it as an excuse, but how has that impacted team morale, and how do you guys kind of try and move forward even with all this adversity?
Like you said, I mean, it's next man up. If your opportunity comes, you got to make the most of it. So I think that's the way that everybody on the team sees it. And definitely the way I saw it.
If anyone does have a question for Brenton, please use the raise hand feature. I will ask you to unmute and you can ask your question. Tyler Donahue.
Brenton, for a lot of you guys who are getting involved in games for the first time in your college career, you're participating for an 0-5 team now. Did you ever imagine your Penn State career would end up at a point like this, much less right away facing this kind of adversity?
I definitely did not imagine ever being 0-5 while I've been at Penn State, but we're here, so it's time to go get a win.
If anyone has any additional questions, please use the raise hand feature. Tyler Donahue.
One more for you, Brenton. I know he wasn't available today, but Taquan Roberson, if we're going to keep getting looks at different quarterbacks on this Penn State team, and we happen to get him at some point, what should we expect from Taquan? What has he shown you guys on the practice field?
I mean, obviously all of our quarterbacks are good. That's why they're here. So, I mean, just come out and it's next man up if he gets in.
I guess I'm not asking if you think he should play. I'm not asking you who you think should play at quarterback at all. I know that's the coach's decision, but what does Taquan Roberson show you on the practice field generally to show that he can look like a Penn State starting quarterback someday, whether that's this season, 2023, what have you?
My fault. I mean, Taquan has a strong arm. He can use his legs. Got a really good deep ball. Someone that I practiced with a lot last year. So he's someone that I think that most people on the offense are comfortable with too. So.
Mike Portman, do you have a question?
I do. Thanks for asking.
Go ahead.
What's the challenge for you guys? What's the challenge with you guys with all the changes, false positives, players and coming and going? How do you stay unified? And then I got a follow up to that.
I mean, it's definitely a distraction when you hear someone that has a big role on the team, has a false positive. But you just got to keep pushing. It's the year. It's 2020. I mean,
I guess my follow up is the story going around that there was a scuffle in the locker room at the beginning of the week. Is circumstances just that tough that you're trying to fight through it?
no, I don't believe that story is true.
Okay.
We'll give another minute.
Mike, do you have any
for
additional
others to
questions?
File in if they'd like, just a couple more seconds.
Yeah, actually, it's Brenton, after the game, anybody in addition to James get up and talk to
Normal leaders of the team talk to us. It's just the same thing. I mean, we got to come out, play harder, take care of the ball, execute, force turnovers when we can. So